Hello and welcome to Talking Whiskey, and today we're talking Aberlour 12. So Aberlour 12 was first founded in 1879 by James Fleming, and they're currently owned by Shivers Brothers. Now they are a whiskey that's kind of typically known to be sherry finished or sherry aged whiskey. It's kind of become their bread and butter and kind of their well-known thing for it. Right, let's get it poured. So an interesting thing is, back in 1898, the distillery actually got burnt down and they kind of had to rebuild it during the Victorian times. But luckily they're up and going, and luckily we're doing it now. So this is the Aberlour 12. The Aberlour 12 is double matured, so they mature it in American oak and they mature it in sherry casks. And then they blend the casks together to give us the lovely Aberlour 12. So as always, I'm going to give a minimum of 3 notes on the nose and a minimum of 3 notes on the taste. Just something I do. You guys can do it as well if you want. Give it a try, whatever. Just the way that I do it. So let's go in for the nose. That sherry sweetness is there immediately. That's lovely. Oh yeah, that's very nice. So it's kind of, you've got this lovely kind of raisin note in there, these kind of dried fruit notes. Get some dried apricot. Actually, that's something that I get with, for me personally, I get that with Aberlour a lot. I get dried apricot in almost anything Aberlour that I've ever had. And I really like it. It's something that I kind of really gravitate towards. Oh yeah, so all those dried fruits, you've got dried apricot in there, you've got that dried raisins, sorry, not dried raisins. You've got a little bit of a, kind of like almost like a dried fig thing kind of going on. That's really fruity, that sherry's bringing this huge amount of fruit to it. You've got this back layer of kind of like butterscotch going on as well, that kind of caramelly sweetness, kind of reduced sugar kind of thing going on. But it's just all about that dried fruit, and then you've got that, yeah, that sweetness is laying underneath it, that kind of caramel sugary sweetness, but it's all about the dried fruit. All right, let's give it a taste. I'm looking forward to this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of that is the same on the nose. You get a lot of this dried, same on the nose? Sorry, same on the taste. So a lot of that is the same in the taste. You get all these kind of dried fruit notes coming through. You get that little bit of raisin there going on. The dried apricot actually kind of dies down a little bit on the taste, but you've still got that lovely dried fruit going on there. It's quite a light whiskey. It doesn't linger for very long. It's very nice. Oh yeah. Oh come on! I love Aberlour. I think Aberlour is really nice. It's that kind of sherry thing that they do with it. You get those lovely fruit notes, and again, I know I've said it before, that dried apricot note I just adore, and I get it in every Aberlour I've ever had. Oh yeah, yeah. So you get a little bit of a background of toffee actually going on in the taste as well. But yeah, mostly it's all those dried fruits going on. You get a little bit of toffee going on there. Ooh, hang on. There's a little bit of vanilla going on there as well. Yeah, a little bit of vanilla. On the taste, not on the smell. No, that's definitely on the taste. That's a nice little touch. Right, let's do a little drop of water to it and see what happens. So I'm only going to do a tiny bit, only about that much. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see what we think. Okay, actually, we'll give it a little bit to rest for a little bit. So Aberlour is, well, it's a 40% whiskey. There's not a lot of punch going on there. You've got not a lot of that big hit going on. So this drop of water is probably bringing it down to mid to low 30s maybe. It used to be, sorry, it is now their base range. It's Aberlour's base range now. Their base range used to be the Aberlour 10. And they've actually discontinued it now, which I think is a real shame because I really like the 10. I mean, if you go to supermarkets, it's still on supermarket shelves. Right, now we've given that a little bit. Let's go for a smell. Ooh, hello. So it's kind of, Oh, it's definitely done something though. It's definitely opened up something going on there. Give me a second. I'm trying to let my brain process. Oh, do you know what? It reminds me of? It's like, yeah, yeah. I know what it is. You're right. So you're walking through a forest, and you've got all these lovely forest leaves everywhere, and like a forest spring, like when all the fruits are starting to come out. So you get like the blackberries on the bushes. That raisins in there still. But yeah, you've got kind of got this like these forest leaves note going on there. It's really pleasant. Do you know what I reckon that could be? I reckon if it's a sherry leaf, if it's a sherry leaf note, if it's a leafy note, I know I get that from whiskies that have been finished in Oloroso sherry casks. Now, typically there tends to be two main sherry casks that Scotch distilleries use, and that's Pedro Ximénez and Oloroso. I'm a bit of a sucker for the Oloroso finishes myself. I kind of prefer that kind of musty, leafy note, earthy kind of note that you get from the Oloroso sherry. And the waters, I think the water's bringing that out for me. I mean, I could be hugely wrong here, but that's what I'm getting. There's no right answers on what you get. Yeah, that's definitely there. Yeah, that sweetness has, it's not died down. It's kind of mellowed and smoothed out a little bit. And you've got that real kind of lovely musty forest leaves note in there. You've still got those dried fruits. That apricot is absolutely still there. All right, let's try it. Oh, that's a shame. That's kind of killed the taste a wee bit. Oh, that's a real shame. Go again. No, it's a lie, it's a lie. It's still there. Yeah, that musty note's kind of come out on the taste as well. That kind of leafy, yeah, leafy note. A lot of the caramel sweetness has now kind of been kicked out a wee bit. It actually finishes a little bit, a tiny bit hot on the back of the throat. I mean, it's only 40%, but it's a tiny bit of heat on the back of the throat. You got those fruit notes in there as well, still on the taste. Big punch of raisin. So you kind of taste it. So this is with the water. So you have it. You get a big punch of raisin in there. Then you got that kind of forest leafy note on the taste as well. It's not unpleasant. It's actually quite nice. And then it kind of envelops in with a little bit of this rounded caramel sweetness. The apricot actually comes out a tiny bit on the taste as well. Yeah. Yeah. All in all, I think that's certainly quite nice with water. I don't know what I prefer. Yeah, don't know what. Anyway, guys, give it a try. Let me know what you think. Drop me some comments. Give me a like. Give me a share. Subscribe. And cheers.